A few weeks ago, I was working with some couples in what we call a couples intensive. And I paused to ask a question. I said, how often do you and your partner experience sexual desire discrepancies? And how much is it a challenge or created a challenge in your relationship? Every one of the couples stopped for a second, analyzed some of their relationship sexual history or sexual relationship history, and every one of them said, oh, it was a significant part of our challenge. It's interesting to me as a professional, it's taken me this much time to realize that this might be the elephant in the room that we're not talking about, that has created so many challenges in relationships. So in this short video, I want to offer 3 specific things that you and your partner can do to start to address sexual desire discrepancies if that's something that you're experiencing in your relationship. The first is to recognize that you're going to have differences and not to blame each other. There is a wide variety of reasons why we have sexual discrepancies in our relationship. Our desires change, our bodies change over time, and sometimes we have stress, we have health issues that are unresolved, and sometimes there is a background of trauma or abuse that triggers our sexual desire discrepancies. Every relationship has a story, and every individual in that relationship has a story. The most important thing that you as a couple can do is not to blame each other or attack each other because of these differences. Whether it's a high sexual drive or a low sexual drive, or I'm tired and stressed and worn out and we haven't spent time together, or I just feel aroused and I'd like to be sexual, I'd like to connect with you. When we have these differences, one of the most common things that we do is we begin to feel rejected, like we don't matter, like we're not enough. And instead, I wonder what would happen if we could communicate openly and honestly. So number 1, we don't want to blame our partner. We want to understand what they're experiencing. Number 2 is we want to communicate honestly about what we're experiencing and what we're feeling. Throughout my career, I have found that many individuals, they don't talk to their partner, or they don't feel like they can talk to their partner. And as a result, they start doing unhealthy sexual things in whatever ways, whether that's through pornography or acting out in other sexual ways. And sometimes it's because they don't feel like their needs are being met. That perception would be significantly different if couples could learn how to be honest in their interactions with each other and talk openly without judgment, with just an understanding of what each other's desires are, what those preferences are sexually, and talk about them openly. So number 2 is learn to communicate honestly about your feelings. And number 3 is really important, is to focus on non-sexual intimacy. Learning how to communicate more effectively, spending time together in valuable conversations, holding each other in non-sexual ways, and then spending time nurturing the relationship, doing fun activities, playing games, going for a walk, enjoying nature. When couples do the non-sexual intimate interactions, again, they're more likely to stay together and stay connected sexually. So these are 3 simple solutions. I say simple. The conversation might not be simple. If you have differences and it's significant difference, learning how to communicate that. If you don't know how to communicate those differences, seeking professional help would be strongly recommended. I'm going to be doing a free webinar on how to really help understand sexual desire discrepancies. If this is interest to you, I'm going to invite you to leave your email and we will send you a free opportunity to come to the webinar titled Sexual Desire Discrepancies, How Couples Can Heal When We Have Our Differences. I hope you'll join me. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. If you'll focus on these 3 areas, it will at least give you a conversation and opportunity to see each other in a different way. Thank you very much.